and welcome to Liverpool. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Neil's been driving, so I won't go into too much detail. But we're arriving at a McDonald's, and this is something we don't get to do very often. Actually get in a McDonald's, because in a motorhome you can never get it in
without crashing.
There's no.
That's brilliant.
So we came in for a coffee. We've ended up getting burgers. But look at this. If anyone likes gherkins, ask for extras, they'll give you them. We know a lady who loves gherkins and loves to complain if she doesn't get a gherkin.
If you'd done a Big Mac without the bread in the middle, I'd be super happy. Granted, I could probably just take the bread out, but then...
Stop moaning about food. Right, we're all burgered up.
Makes a change, me moan. It's normally you. Bloody victim out. It's unbelievable.
So we're all burgered up. We've been having 2 meals a day, and I've been having 2 poops a day. I've not been sleeping very well because my second poop tends to come about 3 o'clock in the morning.
He just talks poop all day.
So we're all burgered up.
Although we didn't talk poop yesterday. I think
Back in the car.
I think he was a bit
Pick you up in a minute.
Oh, no.
So we still don't know where we're going. There's the Mersey. I believe we're off to a helicopter pad. Says we're getting a helicopter. They won't tell us what we're doing. So we're here in the daytime. The Liverpool buildings are over there. They're owned by the Everton chairman, I believe. Someone said in a comment. Don't know if that's true or not. You might remember we showed you the bus.
This is the Albert Dock. You ain't told them that.
This is the Albert Dock. I don't really know what a dock is. Am I stupid for saying that? I thought it was where you took the containers off the ships and things. But clearly not anymore. Don't know if you can read the sign up there, but you're not allowed to park here. I'm just parked up for a minute while we decide what we're doing.
So the Albert Dock was opened in 1840.
Oh, is it better if I zoom in?
You're a numpty. I don't swear like
you just said, do you want any facts about the Albert Dock? So I do, so carry on.
So, get out of my face. I'll set Neil on you. Right, so it was opened in 1846. That's when it first opened, but it only became a Royal Albert Dock in 2018.
Why?
When it gained a Royal Charter. And that's why it got Royal put in front of it.
And what is it?
What?
What is Albert Dock? I don't know what it is.
Why don't you know what it is? It's part of the history of Liverpool. I thought you'd got your Google and Wikipedia on before you came out.
Yeah, but there's docks everywhere, isn't there? I don't know what they are. I've just said in there, I thought it's where they took the containers off the big ships, you know, when they come from China and stuff. I thought that was a dock.
There's Seaforth docks for that, which is close by. But this is the original, when we used to have all the...
Well, I've heard of it.
Through.
I've seen pictures of horses and carts and stuff.
Yeah. So originally, when all the trade was coming into Liverpool back in the previous centuries, it came into here. This part.
Right. Okay.
Oh, ducks.
Oh, little dachshunds!
Dog fight.
We did ask them a question before of when was the last time you were on a bus? Because we're going on one.
Oh, we're going on a bus.
We're going on a bus.
Wow! We were talking about this the other day.
A sightseeing bus.
Yes.
Well, that's why I had to wrap up warm.
We're going on a sightseeing bus with proper sightseeing tour people who know what they're talking about.
Moaning about your tour guides, we thought we'd get you some proper ones.
Excellent. They might even give me microphone and let me.
Oh my god, I'm so excited! This is actually our farm.
Well, we don't get to keep it.
So no, take it out. Do you want to go first, darling? How exciting! Take it, please.
to chat. All right, please.
Alright, Jim.
Hiya. I take it you heard me anyway.
Yes. Right, give us a little quick rundown on our little city tour then, darling.
Okay, we're off to see the Beatles statue, and then we're going to see the Salthouse Dock, and then we're going to see the Wheel of Liverpool, and then we're wrapping up Chalonder Street, and then Parliament Street, and we're going to see Liverpool Waterside Centre, and then the Baltic Social, not forgetting the Cairns Brewery Village. There's loads of stuff, Mazzy. There's loads of
I
stuff.
didn't mean that. I mean, like, you can choose, like, different routes or something. You were talking...
It's the city tour route.
Yeah.
It's 24 hours long. Oh no, it's a 24-hour ticket, sorry.
But,
Follow me.
Liverpool was recognised as the gateway to the world back in the 1800s because you could go anywhere. Australia, New Zealand, Africa, America. Stuck a couple of Beatles legs on it. So we took it back to Scotland. So what do you think about that? And they said, yeah, we'll have that. So
Interesting fact for you.
Yeah, I didn't hear
we're
it.
going up this way.
The liver birds on the liver building
Yep.
are tied down with steel rods.
Yeah.
And it's because the legend is, if the liver birds ever fly away, Liverpool will cease to exist.
We invaded, trying to invade the
Oh,
UK.
okay.
There used to be a guy who converted into an electric one. We've got 2 roadway tunnels. The first one was built in 1934.
How many times did the Beatles play at the Cavern?
204.
292, did they say? 292 times.
I can't hear.
Alright, let's not argue about it, okay? They played there
I knew I
hundreds of
had
times.
4 there somewhere.
You've got the Cavern pub, not to be confused with the Cavern Club. Cavern Club is on the right hand side, halfway down. And you look to the left, you should look a little bit further down because it got filled in at one stage because the guy couldn't afford to keep it in. But it's where the Beatles played all those
Just
times.
don't see them from ground level, do you?
It's a good tip though, talking about you'd never have cinema in your own hometown, wherever you are. Keep looking up, you miss all this stuff. You'd only see weird stuff like this in Liverpool, mind.
Yeah, but a lot of these big cities have these bus top tours.
Yeah,
All of them.
they do, yeah.
Because it's a completely different view from up here than down below.
Yeah, me and Dan's been discussing, we really haven't done this kind of thing. I mean, I might have done when I was really little in London, but I don't remember it. Wow, I just got to show you this. Wow, zoom in.
Are you aware, apart from London, this was the second most bombed city
all over the world.
In World War II?
In the UK. We were on the same bus. I'm hearing the same stuff as you.
Yeah, but they haven't heard it.
Well then, tell them, not me. I'm looking.
Shankly Hotel, just as we went past it, it stunk of weed.
Did you smell it?
Yeah, did you?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Did you? Oh, that's where we were this morning then.
Yeah, that's the garden we were in this morning.
In 1927 he scored 60.
And that's the building we walked around.
No, it's not. That's the building we walked around back this way.
So you know that wonderful garden we were in?
Yeah.
Apparently 27,000 people with cholera died and they were all buried under them gardens. We were walking on them this morning.
It's an amazing amount of number.
Oh, look at them donuts.
Productions like you've heard of Mamma Mia in the whole of the UK. This is St George's Hall. There's a multifunctional building, absolutely beautiful
Been
inside there. You've got like a big banqueting hall.
Looking in Liverpool Lime Street, Mazzy, railway station. Did you know it was the first commercial railway line in the world?
Really?
So we're going down. So thankfully they did.
That is the most beautiful building I've seen in Liverpool. The Crown Hotel is
I thought it sells beer.
Like I say,
It's just beautiful.
The length of track is 35 miles, which we used to go from down Lime Street anymore. The judge, he guilty found her, and robbing her homeward bound her, and he sent her all the way to Botany Bay. Sent her all the way to Australia. Says, how far we've got with that. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a minute.
That's all we got, yeah?
No, pretty incredible story. I was busy listening to the story, but
Oh, was you?
And this is
that is the start of what was going to be the biggest Catholic cathedral in the world.
Wow.
Never got finished.
Why? Don't know, like it got started, really, did it?
Well, they didn't get very far, did they? Something to do with all the Irish Catholics coming over looking for work after the potatoes famine, during the potato famine, and a lot of Catholics wanted a good Catholic cathedral.
Absolutely.
It's the Metropolitan Cathedral of Christ the King, or otherwise known to us locals as Paddy's Wigwam.
Paddy's Wigwam, that is the only fact you've got right.
So, you got the...
You like that fact?
This is the only street in the whole world was got two cathedrals at each end.
Of the street,
How cool is that?
He's now talking about this
Hope
one.
Street.
I don't know what he's saying yet.
The gentleman's club when it first opened by 1936, the ladies were going there as well.
John Lennon was born just round the corner, by the way, in 1940.
Who's that dude there, Lou?
Costing over 6,000 even then.
I don't know.
How much they cost now. We made
tell
a
you
rosy
something.
Prussian marble.
Don't come on these bus tours when you're hungry because the smell coming up from the restaurants down below is incredible.
There is two lounges. Sherlock Holmes, Batman, Peaky Blinders, Harry Potter, just to name a few. And just here on our right is where a very unruly Teddy boy used to disrupt class in 1957. His name was John Lennon. And about 20 years later,
What was that? You went to school there?
this next door to it, George
Freddie Mercury? I didn't even know he were a Scouser.
Institute, or Liverpool as it's called. But it is a dance school out for a good cause. He does give out.
Paul McCartney was born at that school.
Just Gambia tennis.
And he ended up buying it.
Did he?
If I could buy my school, I'd knock it down. I won't wish that on anybody going there.
Guy, only 22 when he built that. Giles Gilbert Scott, his name was. Started in 1904 and wasn't finished until 1978. It took 74 years to build.
It's telling us a load of facts now about the Anglican church we went to. Honestly, you're a very good tour guide, Emma, because all your facts will bang on.
Thank you.
He's literally just repeated everything Emma's told us yesterday. 4 times Prime Minister, what were it called? Gladstone. William Gladstone lived 4 doors behind us.
He was the managing director of the world's first commercial railway station, which is Langston.
A lot of posh people were born here.
I think everyone's enjoying it.
But Ryan's
We've
going
seen
to take
some stuff.
a left here, but if you was to go a little...
St Luke's Church, the bombed out church.
39 days and nights of constant bombing from the
39 days and nights of bombing that had. Constant.
Next to London.
That's unreal, isn't it?
It was just left a bit, basically.
So it's just a
It was just
shell?
left to burn, basically,
Second World War.
throughout the Second World
We're
War.
going down Chinatown
Anyway,
now.
we're going down Chinatown now.
Atlantic's either side here. Beautiful Chinese archway
go.
there. The only Chinese archway in the whole of the UK, in the whole world, I should say. And that was donated by the...
That is the only Chinese archway in the whole of the UK. So no wonder it's the biggest in the UK, as you told us.
Wasn't wrong.
Don't you pick on my Emma, she's been a good girl and a good tour guide this week. If it wasn't for her, you wouldn't even know your stuff.
So a lot of Scandinavians used to live here, just over this part. And they came over and they brought this food with them. It was gorgeous. And it was called, what were it actually called?
Last Scouse.
Last Scouse. But being Scouse, being from Liverpool, they only heard the word Scouse. So they're called Scouse broth, which we had yesterday. It was
Oh, is that the stew?
the stew. It's stew. Right, we're going to go right in a minute. Show you the Baltic Water.
That was one of the earliest churches in Liverpool.
That, believe it or not, was one of the earliest churches in Liverpool.
Back in the 1300s. That was built in 1777.
76, 77. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah.
Granite and iron.
Contemporary Urban Centre. This is Neil Emma's centre. It's basically just 4 big padded walls and they just bounce off it when they're getting too stressed.
Bang lyrics.
By 18...
If you can see these are fireproof warehouses, the first ones in the world. Now, the people of Liverpool couldn't build them themselves, so what did they do? They got a guy out of West Yorkshire to do it for them.
What was his name?
Another part is
The pump house pub.
point out to you that black place over there, that big
Used to be full of salt.
over there. Well, any science fiction fans
For
of
what?
the book?
Full of salt.
For what?
I don't know, they were full of salt.
For
She just said something about it were full of salt and they turned it into a pub. Look at the ships.
Yeah. Ships there.
I don't think they did this.
What a beautiful view.
So, we've got the museum.
Tape museum.
We've got the Beatles museum.
Slavery museum.
Here.
Beatles museum. There's loads of museums here in Albert Docks.
So there's loads to see and do.
There's loads to see and do. Check that out. What a way to end the talk.
Good luck.
So that was it.
That was brilliant. I actually felt like a proper tourist on here. It was
I know it was
so
exhausting, wasn't it? I was exhausted.
A guy from Liverpool,
Yeah, I
streaker,
remember, yeah.
and he actually swam across and climbed on the map naked.
Yeah.
No, a lady done that though, didn't
He
she?
was a guy.
My guy did it.
Yeah, he used
We're
to do
talking about this morning, guys. Do you remember Fred the Weatherman? This is where his map was, just over here, and the naked guy ran out live on TV and jumped on the map.
I've stopped
Quite
doing it
funny.
now.
It was a good way of telling the weather though, wasn't it? I liked
Is it going to be cold? Yes.
In the summer it's packed up here and beautiful.
Red Bull do a thing here over summer.
Oh, that's not the Red Bull thingy, is it? Where they... Oh,
Do you
no.
like a water thing with jet skis?
Red Bull do a thing here in summer with like jet skis and stuff. So, last final surprise of the day. They're taking us on their own yacht. Just popped into one of our exclusive little places.
Before we get on our yacht.
We're not getting on a yacht, Mabby. We're joking. Right, I've come into this beautiful little cafe, bar-y thingy.
Like a bistro, isn't it?
Let's quickly order something while Neil's at the toilet. Hi Neil.
What?
I think there's a bowling corner for you over there. So the thing about this place and everywhere in Albert Dock, all these bars and restaurants, you know they're going to be good, because if you imagine the amount of rent it must cost to rent one of these buildings, they're going to have to do well. Neil's after cake, is that right?
Yes.
We'll get him a dog biscuit.
Yeah, we don't know, just what's in the house.
So we've gone for lager, 2 cocktails,
Tea and a scone.
tea and a scone.
I mean, it's 9:30 in the morning.
It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, dear.
Yes! Boom!
The Beatles Museum. We're not taking you in there. Buy the albums. So that was Albert Docks. And I don't know if anyone else knows this. It's a very, very interesting fact. You know, you'd think Liverpool might have a couple of docks. Most places will only have one. 70 docks. 70 docks in Liverpool.
We like our boats.
So what I was basically trying to say is that there was actually 60 docks. I'm not saying there is now. There's only like 3 now, but there were 60 docks, and they've just made it into 3 bigger ones. Less of, I don't know, sure.
There's a lot of ducks. And ducks.
And the odd dick. Will I have to bleep that?
No.
4 blokes there. One of them, it's that dude who was in the, you know, the bouncer outside that club, that John Lennon guy.
you want to get a thumbnail outside with the Beatles?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's get a thumbnail with the Beatles. We've come for a little stop. Parked illegally, just point that out.
No, we're not.
Well, you are if you haven't paid for your ticket. Anyway. The 4 Beatles here in a statue, looking absolutely beautiful, with a busker singing Beatles songs, with the beautiful sunset in the background. A wonderful statue, the Mersey ferries. This is delightful. So you might remember the other day, the Liver building. That's the building I thought was amazing. That's where Neil parked illegally the other day. He chose somewhere else today. The museum. I never saw these here. How cool is that with the Beatles music in the background?